Hi, I'm Yvonne Sum, and I help parents be leaders in their life so that their children too can do the same. Have you ever wondered, that the challenges that you have as a parent is around, am I being a right parent? Is what I'm doing wrong? Am I honoring the path or destiny of my children? Do I have to sacrifice myself in the process? And do you feel guilty? Do I feel guilty about being self-sacrificial for the children's better good? Now, I'm sure lots of you have asked that question, and I certainly had those questions in my head when I fell pregnant with my first son, and that is almost 13 years ago now. I remember being really, really scared, and when I went to my doctors to get a confirmation of my pregnancy, I practically fell over and had antenatal depression. Now, my doctor Barbara, bless her heart, probably has had other antenatal depression parents like me, but we don't talk about it. And I felt really unsupported when I went back and felt like maybe this joy of parenting is not for me. However, you can't undo what's done, and short of having an abortion, which I didn't believe in, I made up my mind that day that I don't know what it's like to be a parent, because my parents were such great parents that they set such high standards for me to follow, that I'm going to parent differently anyway. My decision was, it's an experiment. I don't know what's going to come of it. Whatever I do with my child when he or she's born, it's sometimes I'm going to be right and sometimes it's going to be wrong. And if it's wrong, I'll tweak it. So with that decision that it's experimental, and in the process I'll learn something about myself, and perhaps I will also help my child find, what he's meant to find in life. And that, in a nutshell, was my dilemma. Now, the amazing thing too was when my son was born, there was almost an unspoken conversation that I had. Like when you're giving birth, for those of you who have experienced it, and for those of you who don't, there is certainly an unspoken thing around feeling unconditional love when the child is born. Well, I was a bit numb with pethidine at that time because my blood pressure had escalated to an amazing level, such that my doctor said that if I don't give you pethidine, you're either going to have a stroke or your baby will die of fetal distress. So I had no choice, and I did want a natural birth, but he did threaten me that, with the way it was going, he might have to cut my baby out. I know some people said that, babies born in C-section are a cut above the rest. But I basically talked to my child and said, you are not going to be cut out. You will come through naturally. That's the way I hope we will do it together. Please do not let me be cut open. And would you believe it? And first child, from I think contractions to my pethidine, it was practically within an hour that my son was born. So, which was really lucky, because if not, I would have had to have a C-section. And as he was coming through the birth canal, I swear that there was a conversation, an unspoken conversation that happened between the two of us. And he practically said, Mum, I've got a destiny that you can't change. So you're here in the playground first. Show me the way. And you can't parent right or wrong. You'll just do it. You'll just be perfect. And with that, I think there was an understanding that it is experimental. There is no right or wrong. He will find his destiny no matter what. And in the process, I'll learn something about myself. So hopefully, in the course of some of our conversations on YouTube, I'll be able to share with you some of these lessons and insights I've learned along the way. Thank you.